Good afternoon to each and everyone, especially to Sir Inan Babugia. My name is Alshirich Ramalan, and this is the continuation of my report. So, previously, we discussed the chapter 22, lymphatic and immunity system. So, now let us proceed to the chapter 23, which is the respiratory system. So, let's start. Breathing is necessary to us humans, and not just us human, but all living organism and all living cell that is present in our body. So our body require oxygen and produce carbon dioxide. The respiratory system exchange these gases between the air and the blood, and the cardiovascular system transport them between the lungs and the body cells. So, without healthy respiration or respiratory and cardiovascular system, the capacity to carry out normal activity is reduced. It is because the respiratory system consists of the structure used to acquire oxygen or O2 and remove carbon dioxide or CO2 from the blood, no? So, oxygen is required for our body cell to synthesize a chemical energy molecule, or what we call the ATP. Carbon dioxide is the byproduct of ATP production and must be removed from the blood. So otherwise, increased level of the carbon dioxide will lower the pH of the blood, or our blood will become acidic. So the blood pH must be maintained within the relative narrow limit to maintain homeostasis, no? So this homeostasis is our body stabilizer, no? So it makes our body stable. So siya yung nag-a-adjust para sa ating katawan para maka-adapt sa ating environment or sa kung anong nangyayari or nararanasan ng ating katawan. So there are seven structures that make up the respiratory system. So they include the number one, external nose. Number two, the nasal cavity. Number three, the pharynx. And number four, the larynx. And number five, trachea. Number six, bronchi. And last but not the least, the lungs. Okay, so let us proceed to the function of our respiratory system. Respiration, or what we call breathing, is critical for homeostasis, like what I mentioned earlier. There are two broad aspects of respiration. Number one, the ventilation, and also number two, the respiration, which is the diffusion of gases across our plasma membrane or in our cell membrane. There are two major types of respiration within the body. Number one, the pulmonary respiration and the systemic respiration. So, in ventilation naman, ventilation and respiration occurs in different region of our respiratory tract. So meron tayong dalawa, respiratory tract, the upper respiratory tract and the lower respiratory tract, which includes the structure from the trachea through our through the alveoli. So yun yung sa lower respiratory tract. While the upper respiratory tract naman is from the nose to the larynx. So that is the two commonly respiratory tract. So that is the two region. Okay, so the conducting zone encompasses the structure from the nose to the smallest air tube within the lungs. So from our nose down to our pinakamaliit na part ng ating lungs. So the respiratory zone is solely within the lungs and includes some specialized small air tubes and the alveoli. So gas exchange occur within the respiratory zone. So those are our respiratory zone. Okay, so to accomplish gas exchange between the air and the blood, there are four simultaneous processes we must follow or our body follows. So number one is the ventilation. This is what we more commonly refer to as breathing. So air moves into and out our respiratory passages. Number two is pulmonary respiration. So pulmonary respiration is the terminal portion of the air tubes and are tiny air sacs called the alveoli that is present in our lungs. And O2 moves out of the alveolar air and into the blood, no? So at the same time, CO2 or carbon dioxide diffuses out of the blood and joins the air in the alveoli. So number three is gas transport. So gas transport is the if the carbon dioxide and oxygen travels in the blood to and from the cells. So that is the gas transport from the word itself, gas transport, no? So number four is the systemic respiration. In systemic respiration, gas exchange with the tissue involves the exit of the oxygen from the blood into the cell. Now, while the carbon dioxide exits the cell to enter the blood. So in addition to this respiration, the respiratory system perform the following function. Number one, the regulation of blood pH. Number two, the production of chemical mediators. Number three, the voice production. And number four, the olfaction. And last but not the least, number five, protection. So now let us proceed to the structure and histology of the respiratory tract. So the structure of upper and lower respiratory tract are well adapted for conduction of air through the respiratory tract. First, we have the upper respiratory tract. So in upper respiratory tract, meron tayong iba't ibang organ na involved dito. First, we have the nose and the nasal cavity. So the nose or nasus consists of external nose and the nasal cavity. The external nose is the visible structure that form a prominent feature of face. No? So the largest part of external nose prominent feature of the face. So the largest part is composed of hyaline cartilage, no? Or cartilage plates. Okay. So the nasal bones plus the extension of the frontal and maxillary bones constitute the bridge of the nose, which is where the eyeglasses would rest, no? So the nasal cavity naman is the open chamber inside the nose where air first enter the respiratory system. So nasal cavity begins at the interior or anterior external openings called the nares or nares or the nostrils, no? Nostrils. It extends to the posterior opening into the pharynx. This opening are called the quanae, no? So just inside each nares in the interior part of nasal cavity is a region called the vestibule. So in total, the nasal cavity has five functions. First, we have it serves as a passageway of air. Number two, cleans the air. Number three, humidifies and warms the air. And number four, contains the olfactory epithelium. And number five, function is to help determine voice sounds. Now, so those are the functions of the nasal cavity. So our next organ involves in the upper respiratory tract is the pharynx. So pharynx, or also known as throat, is the common opening of both the digestive and respiratory system. The pharynx receives the air from nasal cavity and receives air, food, and drinks from the oral cavity. So inferiorly, the pharynx is connected to the respiratory system at the larynx to the digestive system at the esophagus. So there are three regions of the pharynx. Number one, the nasopharynx. Number two, the oropharynx. And number three, the laryngopharynx. No, so you must be wondering, no, kung isa lang ba the tract of food and food that we eat and the air that we breathe, no? So magkaiba po. So after the pharynx, ang nabe-breathe natin na hangin is it will eventually go to the larynx. And then ang food naman natin is pumupunta sa ating esophagus. So dalawa po 'yan, dalawang track po 'yan ang kanilang dinadaanan. So food in the esophagus and the air that we breathe to the larynx. No? So those are the three regions of the pharynx. Now, let us proceed to the larynx, which is next to pharynx. Ito na yung kanina na nasabi ko sa larynx. So larynx is commonly known as the voice box, or dito nanggagaling ang ating boses, no? So now, what you hear from me is from my larynx, no? So it makes sounds. So it is, yeah, commonly known as our voice box. Next, let us proceed to the lower respiratory tract. So first organ in the lower respiratory tract, we have the trachea. So trachea is commonly known as the windpipe, no? It allows air to flow into the lungs. The trachea is a membranous tube attached to the larynx and consists of dense, regular connective tissue and smooth muscle. So, in trachea, it is reinforced with 5 to 10 C-shaped pieces of hyaline cartilage called the tracheal rings. So, the tracheal rings support the trachea and prevent it from collapsing. Now, let us proceed to the next organ in our lower respiratory tract, which is the bronchi. So the bronchi, or the trachea, divides to form two smaller tubes called the main bronchi or the primary bronchi, no? So, or bronchus, each of which extend to the lungs. At the location where the trachea divides into the two main bronchi in the ridge of cartilage called the carina. So the carina is the important landmark of the reading X-ray. In addition, the mucous membrane of the carina is very sensitive to mechanical stimulation. If foreign matter is inspired to the level of carina, it stimulates a powerful cough reflex, no? So, ang karina natin is diyan yung isa sa dahilan kung bakit tayo inuubo, no? So, konting konting pasok lang diyan ng alikabok sa ating karina is inuubo na tayo kaagad, no? So, napaka-sensitive. Before we proceed to this tracheobronchial tree, so sa ating bronchi, meron tayong tatlo tinatawag na bronchi. The primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, and the tertiary bronchi. So each of these bronchi is paliit ng paliit ang kanyang size. So from the primary bronchi na malaki, and then sa ating secondary bronchi na middle size, and the smallest is the tertiary bronchi. No, ito na yung palapit na doon sa ating alveol. Okay. So let us proceed to the next organ that is involved in the lower respiratory tract, which is the tracheobronchial tree. So the tracheobronchial tree consists of the trachea and the network of air tubes in the lungs. No? So the trachea divides to form a left and right main bronchus, each of which divides to form smaller and smaller bronchi, katulad ng just what I have mentioned earlier. So the smaller bronchi continue getting smaller and smaller until they terminate in the microscopic tubes and sacs. No? Next to our trachea bronchial tree is the organ that we call alveoli. So ito yung kanina ko pa nasasabi, alveoli. So thus far, all the lower respiratory tract structure we've discussed have function only for ventilation or within the conducting zone. Respiration can occur only where gas exchange between inspired air or the air that we breathe and the blood is possible. So the site of pulmonary respiration are the alveoli. So dito na. Alveoli are small air-filled chamber where the air and the blood come into close contact with each other. So, meron tayong tinatawag na inspiration and expiration or also known as inhaling and exhaling. No? So, those are the three branches of the terminal bronchioles or alveoli. So those are the organs that is involved in the lower respiratory tract. So that concludes our discussion of the lower and the upper and the lower respiratory tract. Now let us proceed to the lungs. So let's see the overview of a lungs. Now I have here an image of a lungs, no? So in our lungs, in the right side of our lungs, meron tayong three lobes. While in other hand, ang ating left side is meron lang dalawa. So, in our right side, we have the superior lobe, which is the first, and then the middle lobe, and the inferior lobe. While sa ating left lang naman is meron lang dalawa, inferior and inferior. So, one of the reason kung bakit mas maliit ang ating lungs sa left is for the space or para magbigay ng space pa sa ating heart, no? So, we all know that our heart is in the left side. Okay? So, this is an overview of our lungs para mas maintindihan natin. Okay? Okay, so let us proceed to the how respiratory system works. No, so I have here a figure or illustration of our respiratory system. So respiration starts in the our external nose. So external nose or and nasal cavity is part of our upper respiratory tract. Okay, so from our external nose, it will the air we breathe will go into the nasal cavity to our pharynx or throat, and then down to our larynx. So our larynx is the end of our upper respiratory tract, and it will eventually go to the trachea or the trachea, which is the first lower respiratory tract, to bronchi and lungs. Lungs where the alveoli is present, no? So bronchi or bronchioles is meron tatlo, which is I mentioned earlier. They're primary, secondary, and tertiary. So bronchioles is like it's like an upside down tree, no? Para siyang tree na naka-upside down. From largest to smallest, which is very very thin, very small, no? So very small, like almost microscopic, no? It cannot be seen by our naked eye. So pinaka dead end nun is the alveoli sacs, no, sa ating lungs. So it is where the respiration really happen, no, the exchange of gas from oxygen to the byproduct, which is the carbon dioxide, the byproduct of ATP. Okay, so that is how respiration, an simple explanation of respiratory system. Okay? So now let us cite an um example of an disease that is involved or related to respiratory system. So we have the most common disease that most of our youths or teens are experiencing, which is asthma. No? So what about asthma? Ano nga ba ang asthma? Asthma is characterized by abnormal increased constriction of trachea and bronchi in response to various stimuli, which result in narrow air passage and decrease ventilation efficiency. Symptoms include rapid and shallow breathing, wheezing, coughing, and shortness of breath. No? In contrast to many other respiratory disorder, the symptoms of asthma typically reverse either spontaneously or with therapy. So ang pinaka nakakatakot sa asthma is yung nauubusan tayo ng hininga. So treatment, including avoiding the quassative agent, taking anti-inflammatory medication, or using bronchodilators, no? That is how we treat asthma, no? Thankfully, nowadays napakaraming paraan para ma prevent natin na magkaroon ng asthma or para ma-cure natin ang asthma. Okay? So that concludes our lesson for today, which is in chapter 23. I am Alshid H. Ramalan, reminding you to go outside and breathe some fresh air. Thank you for listening and good luck.